Okay, this will be a video chart on ticker symbol HIDC. We will take a look at the 15-minute chart. Had a ton of questions on this one come in today. Pretty crazy day, and I think the best way to look at it is just looking at the 15-minute chart, because that really breaks things down. Real quick, what that means if you're not familiar with charting is instead of each one of these candlesticks, as they're called, representing a day's worth of price action, which is what you would normally see, each one represents 15 minutes worth of time. So these four candles here, for example, that's only 1 hour of trading action. So it just gives you a good micro view of trading over the past few days. So just to kind of do a quick recap, obviously this one started off hot, big move, massive volume, and then, made a nice journey upwards. And then the past few days has just been consolidation. You can see here just kind of creeping along, and then right here of the symmetrical triangle pattern is where the breakdown began. Not huge volume on the breakdown, but definitely a major pullback there, and then tried to bottom out, and then I don't know what happened here, but you can see biggest volume it had until way back on that bar there, but just a massive pullback. Then you got a nice hammer candle down there, and then the last 15 minutes really roared back to life. So a pretty interesting, I guess, to not state the obvious, but the final hour, final 45 minutes was quite the whiplash, quite the roller coaster here, as it pulled back, bottomed out all the way down there, and then came roaring back. So, I wasn't a part of it, but this is, I suppose, penny stocks at its finest right here, with this insane move down and then right back up. So pretty crazy. But what I want to point out here is just a couple of support levels and areas that to keep an eye on from the technical perspective. So the first level, which was an important area of support, and it turned into resistance temporarily, but is now back to being support, is this level right here. I'll show where this comes from. Maybe you already see it. But if we go back and look here, you can see a couple periods right here, right at 0.032, acted as support. Right there on this candle, you can see it bounced exactly off that, right at 0.032, and then when it did break below it, things got pretty wild. But now that the price is back above it, this is a level of support. So this is 0.032, a pretty important level of support, as you can see. After 0.032, if the price does drop back below there, another area of support, hopefully, but it's already shown that this first time around wasn't much of a good job, but there is some price history right around the 0.026 area, so that would be another potential area of support if this does decide to pull back again, a potential bounce spot. And then after that, really nothing until all the way down here, which is essentially where it bounced from this first time, which is right around, we'll call it 0.19, 0.02, right around that area. That's going to be the other area of support. So these are potential bounce areas if the price does decide it wants to pull back again, but who knows, maybe it's getting ready to roar back up to new highs, and none of these levels will even matter. If it is ready to roar up to new highs, get rid of this. First area it's going to need to clear is this 50 period simple moving average, which is valued at 0.041, which is that purple line. And then after that, next key area of resistance going to be right up here, and we'll call that at 0.046. And then after 0.046, really next levels of resistance aren't until these previous highs up above 5. So use these resistances to kind of gauge the strength of this candle here, or I should say of these two candles. Is this just a dead cat bounce here, or is this the beginning of a whole new upwards move? Your guess is as good as mine. We'll just have to sit back and see what happens. So if there are any other questions though on the chart, please let me know. If not, I'd encourage you to sign up for our newsletter up there. When you do that, as you'll see, you'll get a free ebook. And if you enjoyed the video and want to learn more about charting and how to use it in your strategy as a trader, I'd encourage you to click down there and look at our video course, over 8.5 hours of teaching and education. I've been getting great third-party reviews, so I'd encourage you to make an investment into your education as a trader and check it out. One more time, this was HIDC. Thanks for listening.